Yeah, you had me hype.
We are now live in effect at Hustler Resources.
Pull up on the hottest podcast where we
You know what
speak
it
all
is,
facts,
you know
no
what it
cap.
do.
Rick the Hustler, he got you covered, so
Y'all
shit,
can
a
meet
baby
me
start
right the
following
fuck
You
you.
know we
now.
keep it
I
lit.
want you,
You know we
motherfucker.
keep it
I want
poppin'.
y'all
We
bitch
play the
ass.
hottest music
his
and we
whole
speak
angle
on
was,
trending topics.
I can't
You
get
know
you,
we
so I'm
keep it
finna
lit.
start,
You know
knocking
we
out your
keep it
friends.
poppin'. We play
You
the
all
hottest
mad 'cause I'm
music
out
and
there
we
letting
speak
you
on
around my
trending
state.
topics.
You
It's
tell me you
about to
love
go
me and I ain't
down.
Pull
saying
up
that
on the hottest
damn.
podcast.
It's about
I'm
to
trying to
go
keep
down.
coming. What
Rick
are
the
you
Hustler,
talking
he
about?
got you covered, so shit,
It's
a baby
about to
start
go
following you.
down.
Pull up on the hottest podcast.
It's about to go down.
Rick the Hustler, he got you covered, so shit, a baby start following you.
Man, that shit was fun. Hey, man, you
Yes,
missed
sir.
Hey, Buck, you missed the blooper like a motherfucker. I'm like, shit, we live.
What
Like,
happened?
nigga, we get all the way to the end of the goddamn song and everything. I'm like, damn, where the hell the people at? I look up, I ain't even hit the motherfucking live button yet. Nigga, that hoe just recording like a motherfucker. Oh, shit. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
he,
Yeah,
he
boy.
had me all hyped up and shit.
Yeah, man. Boy, I tripped out with that one, man. Creek, I sent you the link, bro. I already sent you the link.
Yeah,
I
we
see you in
here.
the
We
before you
live in
go.
effect now.
Hondo in the building. What's good, little bro? Got the artist pulling up. Yeah, definitely somebody you can get some game from too, fam. So I'm glad you're in the building. You know
Yes,
what I'm talking
sir.
about? Let me get this backdrop right, man, because I'm
Got
tweaking like a
Magnificent in the building.
yeah, nigga. It's magnificent. I never did twerk
Damn
work.
Magno.
Plays on the lake. I'm a button in a church shirt.
Man, this man got
Hey,
bars.
bro,
Oh my
no
God.
cap.
Hey man. Yeah, I can go
Hey,
down
my partner
memory
was like, "Hey
lane.
man, are you gonna play that when hell broke loose?" I was like, "Man, listen here, man. That shit, bro. Listen. I can't even pick which one. I've been playing this shit all motherfucking day,
All fucking day
all
running it up.
motherfucking day. Like, yeah, I was like, man, you know what, bro? It's
My
been
boy had them punchlines, boy.
no for
Man.
real, bro. No cap.
He had
No.
them punchlines before they had punchlines.
Hey, y'all shut it loud, man. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know what the fuck going on, man. Magno is definitely in the building, man. You know, y'all know we just waiting on y'all, man. You know,
Magno, you hurt?
it's
Oh,
free to hit that like button. It's free to hit that share button. So go on doing both, man. Fuck with us like y'all always do.
see
Mom
what
in the building was good
T
with it.
Jones and pulled up.
Nah, Mark, I ain't finna, you know, man, if it's something we play something, you know, Facebook gonna shut us the fuck down. They ain't playing that copyright shit. On YouTube it'll be playing, but shit, Facebook, man, boy.
They be
Hey, you
hating.
know, I don't know if that old freestyle stuff got copyright. I don't know. Well, maybe that's tough. That's tough, bro.
The
But I'm
first
gonna
round
find
draft
out.
picks, all this shit. I don't think they're gonna trip on that. That shit. It should be that shit that got them with the big label involved. That was before.
I'm gonna ask him because if it's not, I'm a damn sure have that shit playing for us always. Believe that.
Shit, which one would you play?
Bro, man.
Day to day grinding, gotta play a shining, feel real reclining on them boys.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard as a motherfucker to pick, but it's gonna be something off the first round draft picks or some or I don't know, bro. Like I got my whole little list right here. I could just really start from scratch. Now so y'all let me get a couple more, share a few more lights, man, so we can go and get this started. My boy is backstage. He waiting to come on. Y'all know how I go, man. Let's give a couple more
Yeah,
minutes. We're gonna get this started.
we getting ready to get a little bit of this history, a little
Yeah.
bit of this SWISHA house history. You know what I'm talking about? Getting ready to get some of this outlook on how the music industry looking today. And pull up.
This Greens Point veteran. And well, Greens Point, you know, that's one of like the worst places in Houston to live. That man, Greens Point, boy, for real.
Let me get that collection plate pulled up because if so, nigga, I'm finna. Bro, when it comes like the freestyle, bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's always been hard to choose between 50-50 and mad, like far as just like off the head, like you know everybody else is freestyle, but it's like nigga when you can freestyle like and just like come on man, like commit, like bro that nigga used to. I was like bro, like you niggas can't be freestyle. This shit cannot
It's
be no
that
motherfucking
50 skin. Got anaconda skin in my beans.
man. Yeah, that nigga, bro. Hey, it was one other nigga. He used to be unorthodox in the motherfucker, but he was pretty. What was that nigga name? Big A or some shit like that. That nigga was unorthodox, but that nigga, yeah, he was pretty. You know, he was pretty decent. But like, yeah, but when you, it's hard to pick from, bro. The niggas like Man, pray that day when hell broke loose. I'm like, man, look, you.
I ain't lie, they had a hell of a lineup then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be 2 minutes to choose from. So I'm gonna find
Yeah,
out
so,
if this shit ain't
Christmas,
copyrighted, nigga. We gonna be jamming like a bit. What's up with it, Rec? Magno, you heard Grease point of view. The kid with the art. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Already, man. We're gonna give it one more minute before I start this shit because I got. Let me get my questions up because
Yeah, y'all just do is one thing: share the live, like the live, man. Tell the people to pull up.
that's it. That's
It ain't
all.
gonna cost you
You know
nothing.
how it
You
is.
know how it go.
Facebook just now. Did you get the Facebook notification?
Oh man, look at me talking. I done pulled a Rick.
It just poured up. That's what I'm saying. They gonna be waiting. Oh, he really is. Like, man, y'all know we ain't gonna say ain't nobody here if they ain't really here. Stop playing on that top. Shout out to my boy Rec, man.
SWISHA.
Grizzly Bear Adams.
Shout out to that boy.
Shout out to that boy, man. No cap. Shout out to my nigga.
Yeah, we out there, man. I done pulled up myself. We out there.
All the way. Baby face, look at you. Oh, still a gentleman. All right, yeah, all right, man. All right. We didn't. Ooh, that's gonna be so. Ooh, nigga. All right, bet. All right, yeah. So damn, my camera ain't even on. I'm just talking. How you know I'm behind, nigga. My whole camera wasn't even on or nothing, nigga. Yeah, we in the background with it. So look, all right, man. So look, without wasting any more time, we finna go and get this started, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what we here for. So we finna bring them up and we finna get this thing started, man. Coming to the goddamn big screen for everybody pleasure. My boy Magno, man. What's good with it, fam?
Man, what's going down, man? I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Most definitely,
Yes,
most definitely.
sir. Boy, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
Man,
Yes, sir.
all to the good. Real
yeah,
talk.
yeah. Man, shit. Before we get started, like you said, like like we was already saying, we appreciate you, bro, for taking the time out to come out here and fuck with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to give us the game on every aspect and answering these questions for us, man. I know should be
Yo,
hectic out there like a mother. Somebody got that might be me. Do y'all hear that
yo,
feedback?
real talk.
Yeah, we got some feedback behind you.
That's me or him?
I think that's you, Rick.
Oh, okay. You know what it is. I forgot to mute this fucking thing back there. All right, bet. All right. So for those who don't know, man, go ahead and tell them who you are, where you from, man.
Hey, it's your boy Magnificent, aka Magno, you heard? Straight out that H-Town, Houston, Texas, man. Northside, West Greens Road, Greens Point, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. And, people might know me from rapping with SWISHA, you know what I'm saying? During the early 2000s, you feel me? And came out with a project with that boy Mike Jones, first round draft picks, you know, with the singles, day to day grinding, cutting, you know what I'm saying, rookie of the year, stuff like that, man. Then I did Wildlife Records, my own label, you know what I'm saying, you know, put all my music out through that. They may know me from, What It Do family with Rapid Rick, Charlie Boy, Rhino, So they may know me from that. They might know me from, my stint with DJ Clue, in Desert Storm South.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Jumping on the Clue tapes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From the Screw tapes to the Clue tapes. You know what I'm saying? So they may know me from that. You know what I'm saying? Sure, it's, I've been doing this over 20 years, so it's different eras. They might have chimed in with me. You feel me?
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. So
Yes, sir.
hey, so when did now like you kind of mentioned all the labels you were, that you were messing with. I heard like at one point before Swish House you was rapping with Dirty Third Records. Is that true?
Well, well, yeah, it sort of is, but it happened kind of at the same time. I just was actually on a Dirty Thirds tape before I actually, got on the Swisher House tape by a few weeks. You feel me? But the thing is, I hooked up with Dirty Third through somebody that was affiliated with Swisher House. You know what I'm saying? Who would be T Ferris. So, it's kind of the same thing. Like, T Ferris, I met him at community college over here on the north side. You know, we was both going to community college they called North Harris. So we was going to school up there, and I was passing out my demo, working my demo around. You know what I'm saying? And I would always see him at the schoolhouse. You know what I'm saying? He'd be walking through there, and he had a SWISHA house piece, so it made him stand out. You know what I'm saying? So I would always see him, but I didn't ever want to go up to him because I always felt like, you know, I ain't want to be all like I'm on some friendly shit. You know, I was serious about my music. I ain't want to just run up to him. You know, he's a student there like me. So, you know, my partner, my boy Tino, he had came and scooped me up that day because I think my rap, for some reason, I think I had that shit in the shop or whatever. But it was the time he had came to scoop me up. So when he came to scoop me up, I seen Chief Ferris, and you know, I was like, man, who is this dude, man? Because at them times, you know, we didn't know shit. For all we knew, he could have been Big Tiger, Big Pig. You know, boys wasn't on the front covers of these mixtapes.
Right.
So when I seen him, my partner happened to know who he was because he had went to school with him probably the previous semester. So he was like, man, I know him, you know. So I was like, well, shoot. He was like, man, I let him check your shit out, you know. Fuck it, I know the dude, you know. So I was like, well, that's a bet. So he, you know, linked up with him, like, hey, what's up? You know, this is my partner, woo, woo, woo. So from there, you know, I gave him my demo. And he was like, well, shit, let's check it out right now. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bet. Popped that mug in, and he was fucking with it. So he was like, well, hey, I can't make no promises about, you know, getting you down to SWISHA house. I'll let Watts check it out. He said, but in the meantime, my homeboy DJ Bull out there in Huntsville, you know, he got a label, you know, Dirty Third Records, and he about to drop a new mixtape. You know what I'm saying? If he fuck with your shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you can jump down on that. So I was like, well, shit, bet. You know what I'm saying? So he let it check it out. He let Bull check it out, and Bull heard it. I guess Bull was fucking with it. So Bull was like, yeah, bring him on down. So shoot, we shoot up there to Huntsville probably a week or so later. You know what I'm saying? And Bull let me jump down on the tape. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm always, you know, grateful and thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? Dirty Third, definitely, you know, my fam too. You know what I'm saying? SWISHA House the family, but Dirty Third is definitely family too. You feel me? So, you know, I appreciate that. So I came out it's a mixtape called Texas Takeover. You know what I'm saying? So I dropped down on that, and that came out a few weeks, maybe a month before the SWISHA House tape I jumped on, which was Final Chapter 2K2.
That's hard.
That's what's up.
Man, but like, yeah, talking about, you know, right there in that mix, man, like listening to you and like you said, the clip with Charlie Boy, the Dirty Third, and then SWISHA House. You got, you know, Mike Jones and y'all dropped. Magno, you just sound like you was in a league of your own. Like your style sound, it stood out, man. And like we was talking about earlier, it just seemed like you had like punchline after punchline. But I'm gonna throw a little
Yeah,
twist to it because when I used to listen to y'all, bro, it almost sound like you had like this New Orleans mix to it. And then I found out about you I found out something about you today that you said one of your favorite rappers was Master P. But then
yeah,
I learned
yeah,
something that me and you got something in common because you said I really was feeling that nigga who I'm Mac
yeah, yeah.
Magnolia. So
Right.
did
That boy Mac.
did his sound kind of play a mix to how you was trying to find yourself?
Well, you know, some people tell me I got some of that Louisiana in it, but what it is my pop's family is from Baton Rouge. So I don't know if it just comes from that, maybe, you know what I'm saying? So some of it like that, you know, but then I used to jam a lot of Louisiana rappers too, you know what I'm saying? So and it mostly was Cash Money and No Limit, you feel me? So but P was always, you know, my number one. I just, you know, he was that was just as far as listening to, you know what I'm saying? He always was the vibe. He always, you know, set the tone for whatever was going down, you feel me? So, you know, that was, you know, Ghetto Dope, like my favorite album, like for real, you know what I'm saying? But as far as, and that's for listening. But as far as like a rapper and the mechanics of things and, you know, how I kind of, you know, chose to come across, I gotta say that Mac was he was definitely an influence on me. Because when I looked at Mac, like people call Mac the Nas of the Side. So I felt like, you know, Mac, what he did was he brought a East Coast type of delivery, but it was New Orleans content. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, well, hey, you know, H-Town at the time, you know, you thinking 25, 23, 24 years ago, you know what I'm saying? You know, we was more on that. I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna pop trunk, I'm gonna come through hopping juice, you feel me? We you know, that's H-Town, you feel me? And I love that, you know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite Houston rappers is Kiki, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Don't Mess with Texas and the Commission and all that, you know what I'm saying? I used to jam that shit real tough too. You know what I'm saying? On the cool, anything that was on them on them DJ Screw tapes, that's what I was jamming. If I'm gonna fuck with it regular speed, because I used to just love Screw stuff. It had to be Screw. But if I was gonna fuck with some regular speed, it probably came from the mixtapes that Screw was playing and later, you know, Micro 5000 watts. You know what I'm saying? That's how I, you know, learn new music through the mixtapes. So then I would check them out, you know what I'm saying? So and I started fucking with No Limit real tough. So when I started listening to them, you know, it got to the point where if it had a tank on it, I'm copying straight up. You know what I'm saying? I was like 15, 16, 17. From high school years, hey man, if it had a tank on it, I'm copying. I'm giving it a shot straight up. And that boy Mac, you know what I'm saying, listening to him, you know, he was just like how y'all say I was. That's how I felt like he was. He was like unorthodox. Like he was different. Like he didn't rap like nobody. And I used to love that. So I felt, well, hey, that's what I'm gonna do for mine. I'm gonna come with this H-Town content. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put it in a more poetic type of form. You know, use a little wordplay. You know, some double entendres, some similes, metaphor, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole English class when I started rapping. You feel me?
Right. We did that.
That's how I tried to make it because I knew I was gonna have to stand out. You know, H-Town, the fourth biggest city in, you know, United States, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the fourth biggest one, and everybody rap, so you got to stand out some kind of way. How you gonna do it? You know?
What's up, shit. So what's real? Man, that's man. It's really gonna be a whole bunch of them. That to me personally, it's almost. That's how I always said if an artist was good enough, when you can't just pick somebody song. Like if somebody asks you a couple of somebody's songs, you got to sit there and you got to think about them because you want to always mention the ones that if they go check them out, it's gonna be the one like you gonna automatically make them a fan. You know what I'm saying? But it's like with you or with the whole movie, really in the H-Town movie, you can just like man, just go play that like you said that Return of the Cap or that After the Cap or that the Day Hell Lose. You know, so you can just point niggas in any direction. So being around that era, bro, like. You had to really have something, not just on the pen, but your freestyle game had to be damn near impeccable, bro, or niggas was gonna outshine you. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas with a pen could barely fuck with the niggas off the head. You know what I'm saying? Especially that y'all made that the freestyle and shit. In my opinion, y'all made that shit what it is because that's what niggas want to be like. I can prove that I can freestyle just as good. I can fit in with them Houston niggas. That was what it was. You know, so that they, you know, it was like, you know, so. Who like when you first met Michael Watts? How did that situation? Like, how did you end up meeting Michael Watts, and what happened with that?
Well, see, after I dropped on that verse with Bull and Dirty Third, now I guess he had got a whiff of it because then that's when Chief Ferris let me know, hey, you know, Watts want to get you on the new mixtape he finna drop, which was Final Chapter 2K2, and that would always. You know, this was the end of 2001, so the final chapter, it would be the final chapter for the year prior. So this is like it. This is so this is probably like December, November, December of 2001, but it was finna get ready and drop probably that January, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because it was gonna start the year off, 2002 out. So, shoot, I got the call that he was, gonna let me jump on the tape. I found out when we was gonna hit the lab. I pulled up to the lab, and that's when I met him. I met him, at the studio. You know what I'm saying? And shoot, it was big because I was like, dang, dog, this, I jammed a lot of his tapes, so it was big meeting him. But at the same time, Watt's a real chill dude, so it wasn't all that. It was just, pulled up, boom, got the beat going. Hey, I got the pen ready to see what I'm gonna do. See how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna approach the project, and shoot, just went from there. You know what I'm saying?
So, bro, like, it seemed like every day it was damn near a new album dropping out of SWISHA House. Like, it doesn't even matter. So, did everybody record at one studio, or did everybody just bring their music to them and they just distributed it through SWISHA? Like, how? Because it was like at one point it seemed like it was a bunch of artists on the label. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, how'd y'all have time to do all that, and how was that recording process?
Shoot, man, Boss was doing all that out of one studio, man. One thing about Watts, he liked to put his hands on everything. You know what I'm saying? He back then, he'd record us, mix it down, then go back and, do the mix and screw and chop it. So that's how he was. He was real hands-on like that. You couldn't just bring Watts, you know what I'm saying? You can be like, nah, man, you need to just re-record it here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, he already knew how he was going to put the mix on. And I think, a lot of people is like that. And, I found out later, a lot of people, if they going to, either produce a record or they going to, mix it or whatever, or, you know what I'm saying, do the DJing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times they want to, record it too. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's like a tape that they drop. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they want to record it too. So that's how he was. He was big on doing it like that. And then everybody will, be at the lab. Now, by the time I came, the original members, you talking like Slim, Lil Mario, Big Tiger, Big Pig, Lester Roy, Archie Lee, you know what I'm saying? Lil Ron, all of them. You know what I'm saying? They was, all that. The original SWISHA House, and they would all be there dropping that shit, you know what I'm saying? Freestyling and doing it like that. But by the time I came around, me and Mike, we mostly was the only artists that was on the label by that time. So it would just be us in the lab with, T Ferris and Watts and, G-Dash, you know what I'm saying? That's the brain behind it all. He would be sliding through all the time. So it wasn't all packed like it was before, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm sure that shit, man, that, sessions like that when everybody around. So like when people did come through for features and stuff, that shit used to be lit because, you can bounce ideas off for what we gonna do, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, I bet.
Yeah.
So, hey, and that first round draft pick, man. I don't know if I'm the only one feel like this, but I feel like that CD right there really put you on the map, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that first round draft pick when you were
y'all stood out.
You stood out, like it put you on the map, and so like from that success on that one, I think everybody kind of, I don't know, you're on the end, kind of went. What happened after that CD? The first round draft, I feel like everybody kind of went their own. As far as you, like went the Desert Storm way, is it the Desert Storm way or the Greek Wildlife way?
I don't know if you can hear. Hold on.
It's a delay.
Yeah. Hold on. Can you hear
You
him?
still hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Did you hear that question he asked?
No, I didn't hear it. That's why I was saying I couldn't tell.
I was saying,
screen was blank.
Can you hear him now?
Can you hear me now?
No, I only can hear you.
He can't hear you, Bob.
Okay, yeah, you probably got to. He was saying after the first round draft pick album, people kind of like started going their own way. He basically was asking like, what happened after the first round draft pick album?
Okay. So after the first round draft pick album, we started, pushing and promoting it. You know what I'm saying? We started, having like, doing like shows all over, just, touring the project so we can promote it. But by that point, that's when the money started, coming in as far as like paid shows. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the best way to put it is, me and Mike just had a disagreement on, how we was, what we was gonna charge for the shows or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I just felt like, it was a little, unfair how we was, what he was trying to do at the time. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how we gonna bust it down or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But from there, we just started doing our own solo shows. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no beef, nothing like that. Me and Mike, we go back. We go back to we was like 14, 15 years old. So, we always kind of, bumped heads on things like that. You know what I'm saying? But, at the time, we were just young and, he was popping. So, he felt he needed, a certain amount. I felt I needed a certain amount. So we just end up just, doing our own thing. You know what I'm saying? And I guess everything kind of came to a head when, I turned around, they was all flying out, you know what I'm saying, doing shows out of state, out of town or whatever. And I wasn't included in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So it was going down like that. That's when I just started, okay, well, shoot, hey, it's time to drop me a project in. So that's when I ended up coming out with the collection play. That was the result of that. And after the collection play dropped, my shows started picking up, like my solo show. So it was just a situation where I guess you could say we just couldn't come to an agreement, as far as, the business side of things. And, just both went our way, you know what I mean? Eventually, I, end up having to leave SWISHA, you know what I'm saying? Because it just got to a point to where it was like, shoot, I felt I was getting, I don't know how to put it. I just felt like, it wasn't nobody pushing for me. So I was going to do it my own self. You know what I'm saying? That's what came with Wildlife Records.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one more question to add to that. Like, so you said all the emphasis seemed like to be on Mike, and like you had kind of carried y'all a little bit. The little swing.
Y'all still hear me?
Can you hear me?
He can't hear. I don't know why he can't hear.
Yeah.
Maybe
Let me
come back in.
Come back in.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna let him ask that question when he come back. So while we waiting for him to come back, you had mentioned earlier about the DJ Clue, the Desert Storm situation. How did that come about?
Well, that came about. That was during the time that wasn't too long after the split from SWISHA. Right. It was probably about 6, 7, 8 months afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But it was in early 2004, whatnot. And I was going around speaking at schools. I would go speak at high schools, middle schools, and then I, perform at some of them too. So I had went to one particular school. I want to say it was Aldine Junior, which is, not, down the way from Greens Point. So I was over there at Aldine Junior, and I think I performed or whatnot. And because the lady that set it up for me, she actually was my neighbor, you know what I'm saying, from the hood. So she had set it up for me. So when I go back to the teacher's lounge, I end up meeting a guy who said he was either friends with or kin to a partner that I ended up meeting whose name was DJ Storm. Now, DJ Storm is first cousins with DJ Clue, and he's from New York. You know what I'm saying? So, the homie, he had, the guy in the teacher's line, she ended up giving me the number to DJ Storm. So I called DJ Storm and, end up linking up with him, and we hit it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was cool. He had a lab in his crib, and I would go over there and record shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he was dropping mixtapes down here. At the time, I hadn't heard of him before, though. You know what I'm saying? So I was just fucking with him. Like, we were just linking up, and just dropping. I was dropping freestyles for his tapes. You know what I'm saying? Like, just working, just grinding. So he ended up dropping them or whatever, and he ended up hollering at his cousin, like, sending tapes up there, like, letting them know, like, hey, man, fucking with this dude down here, and, he got some go, probably put him down with the camp. So, and it was crazy because, that was probably the only mixtapes I listened to that was New York, New York mixtapes was the Desert Storm tapes.
Yeah.
So he ended up, letting that boy Clue check it out or whatever. And Clue was like, well, shit, fly him up. You know what I'm saying? Bring him on up. So I ended up coming up there to New York and jumped on a couple of mixtapes. I ended up jumping on that boy Fabulous. He had a mixtape called, it's called Low Soul's Way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was the mixtape version. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up jumping down on that and jumping down on a couple of Clue mixtapes or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And we actually tried to get a deal for Desert Storm South. We had hollered at Jive about it. You know what I'm saying? I ended up doing like a showcase and everything for them. But, I don't know. I think what they was trying to offer us, I think Clue wasn't down with that. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up not taking the deal, and we was just going back to the drawing board. But then after that, it just kind of, I guess it just kind of faded away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think what he was trying to do was trying to, cash in on, the little H-time buzz that was going on right then.
Right.
But, when that first situation didn't go his route, you know what I'm saying? I think he just kind of like fell back. Because he mostly was, on his DJ shit. You know what I'm saying? He had that Direct Effects TV show going on.
Right.
He was on MTV every day, so he was tired of. I think he was just too busy to be worried about, pushing an artist at the time.
That makes sense, though. That makes hella sense. So, kind of going back a little bit, like, what was the whole process with the first round draft picks? Like, with you and Mike, like, how did that come about? Did y'all always say I was gonna make a tape together, or is it something I just feel like the time was right, so y'all just went ahead and went with it?
Well, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of, it came together kind of, I guess you could say, organic. We never really planned it because, like I said, I knew Mike in high school, you know what I'm saying? And we used to hoop against each other and all that. So it was crazy. I had met T Ferris first, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, T Ferris, basically brought me into the SWISHA situation. And I was already going to the lab. I probably was in the lab probably about, I was already down with the SWISHA House probably about 3-4 weeks, maybe, a month or so. And Watts and them had said, hey, I think, I want to say it was Watts and them, but we was at the studio and somebody was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, T Ferris got this other dude coming through. He's finna come through and record on because we was working on the new mixtape. So it was like, hey, it's just Mike Jones dude, he's on the way over here, So, y'all can probably jump down on a few tapes together, on a few tracks together. So I heard the name Mike Jones, but I hadn't seen him in a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? He ended up going to another high school. And that's a very common name, so I ain't think twice about the shit, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, hey, when he say, hey, Mike Jones is coming, I didn't think shit about it. But then when he pulled up and they opened the door, I was like, oh, this nigga here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been knowing this nigga here forever, you know, so, you know, we just hit it off, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we was real cool in high school, so, and then we, like I say, you know, my team used to play as a team when we were playing for the YMCA and shit. We used to play for Greensboro YMCA. So, you know, I knew him from back then, you know, we was cool. So that kind of helped us to have good chemistry in the studio. So that just, when we did tracks together, man, that shit just fell in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, even to this day, you know what I'm saying? We'll do some tracks, whatever, shoot. That shit just fall into place. And we came, of course, we came at different times. We both came as solo acts. You know what I'm saying? I was a solo act, he was a solo act. And but being that we was the only two on the label, because, you know, SWISHA at the time was kind of going through a rebuilding phase. Everybody had left and started their own, you know, subgroups. So it was just me and him on SWISHA. So, of course, you know, whenever it's the, you know, the freestyles of the mixtape, we the ones gonna be on it. He was still getting, you know, verses from, you know, Tiger and Blindside and Slim and, you know, I think J-Dawg might have got on a couple of tracks. You know, he was still getting, you know, flows and stuff from them, you feel me? But for the bulk of the, you know, the freestyles, it would be me and Mike. So we'll just be on that together. So from people continuously hearing us together, people just assumed that we was a group.
Right.
And when we did a photo shoot promoting our solo projects, and, you know, it just said first round draft picks, because, you know, it was an idea I had just from saying, you know, hey, so we both was big basketball, you know, enthusiasts, I guess you could say. So shit, we was like, man, it's like we the new draft, you know what I'm saying? So that was the whole thing, you know. We had Mike Frost do, you know, first round draft picks. Just put that on there. That was just the slogan. That wasn't even the group name or the title. That was just the slogan for the photo shoot. So people seen that and they assumed that it was an album. So from that, the buzz just started, the anticipation started. So we just gave the people what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? They thought it was an album. They thought it was a duo album. It was like, why not? You know, that's what we did.
Definitely worth the work.
I say, yeah, definitely worth what shit could have fooled
Can
me.
you hear me now?
Can you hear him now?
You still
I can hear you. I can't hear nobody else but you.
It's crazy.
Hey.
I'm just expecting. I'm going to run my question through y'all.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah, he gonna run that question to us. I don't know. That's crazy. But what's your question, Buck?
Oh, well, he basically just covered the one I was asking about. You know, about that. But man, I was gonna tell him that people like him, comedian, Lil Flip. I mean, they really made the East Coast kind of give us respect out here in Texas for being lyricists, man. That really wasn't the question. I just want to appreciate him for like shedding that light on it.
You, Chameleon, and Flip are the reason like the people on the East Coast started respecting the movement down, you know, the Texas movement. Like y'all the reason why Texas artists get respect as far as being lyrical. And he was just saying to tell you that, you know, he as an artist he appreciate y'all boys for being who y'all was, and you know what I'm saying, making them other states and shit recognize we had some down here.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. You know, when I first came out, man, it was a little rough because you know, I would always hear, man, nobody want to hear that New York ass shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, like I say, hey, I'm a true to life H-Town Texas head, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a screw head, man. You know, all that. You know, I love that shit. I just knew that from a rapping standpoint, I couldn't just come and, you know, with the same thing that was already out, man. Plus I wanted to make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make it interesting. Like, you know, I used to just try to get throwed every time, man. I try to come with something that, you know, that'll make somebody rewind that mug, man. That's just what I set out to do. But like I say, when I first started like that, man, it was a little rough because, you know, Mike was coming in with the traditional flow, you know what I'm saying? And he go hard with it, you feel me? So, you know, he was catching, he was fucking with it. But me, I kind of took the long way around because at the time, you know, Texas wasn't really just on that. That wasn't our thing yet. You know what I'm saying? Like now, you know, you hear a lot of, and then for the South period, you know, it wasn't a lot of people on it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was kind of the long way around. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, you know, 10, 15, 20 years later, that's when I started seeing people's appreciation for it. Because at the time, it was just, you know, if it didn't, I mean, I guess from the inside looking, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, people was fucking with it, but they was, you know, it was still kind of alienated. But as time progressed, I started seeing young artists coming out. You know, they start doing a multi-syllable rhyming and, you know, throw a punch here and there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was glad to see that because, you know, we can do it down here too. You know what I'm saying? You know, down here in the South, man, Texas, man, Texas got some spitters, man. You know what I'm saying? They already had spitters even before, you know, my time, man. So I just wanted to keep it going. You feel me?
Fucking right, they damn sure do, man. So you know, and like I said, like earlier, I was mentioning, like it's almost impossible, you know, and I guess it depends on, you know, the person's, you know, preference, but it's almost impossible just to pick, like, you know what I'm saying, songs when you make, especially when you're making a playlist. So like, what do you feel like is the best song that you ever released, or a song that you wish you would have got on, but it got away from you?
Man, you know, probably my personal favorite for the most part, or the one I would let somebody, you know, if they wanted to, you know, say, hey man, what kind of style he come with, or, you know, what's the song that, and just basically, you know, engulfs what type of artist he is. I would say Magnificent by this Cash. You know what I'm saying? I would say Magnificent by this Cash. You know, that would be one of the, you know, first tracks I would tell them to check out. You know, it's a solo act, you know what I'm saying? But then if they, you know, if they want to hear the group stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, Magno and Mike Jones, I would tell them check out Cutting, you know, which is another personal favorite, you know, Cutting. You know what I'm saying? With the yodeling and the hook and all that, you feel me? So I think they were like that. And then Day-to-Day Grinding, you know, can't leave Day-to-Day Grinding out. Shouts out to Chameleon now, you feel me? Like, that was a early mentor when I first came in the game. You know, he used to, you know, give me some game, and you know, when I first met him, he told me that I kind of reminded him of himself when he first came to SWISHA because, you know, he stuck out like a sore thumb too, you know, with his style. So, you know, he would take me under his wing and give me game. You know what I'm saying? So, Day-to-Day Grinding with that boy Chameleon now, you know. It's a lot, man. Pulling up, you know what I'm saying, with Charlie Boy, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Rapid Rick, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the What It Do family. Man, it's just so many freestyles, man. You know, those actually are all original songs, you know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of freestyles, like probably the Who Shot Your freestyle from a collection plate, you know what I'm saying? Really the collection plate, man. You check the collection plate out, you know what I'm saying? Shit. That'll let you know how I get down, you feel me?
That old boy.
Yeah, the old boy flow. Yeah, that's on there. You know what I'm saying? Like
hard.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. That freestyle about 20 years old now, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Getting old.
What's
up,
there
was a character on his wildlife mixtape. I think his name Uncle Leroy, Uncle Lester. Hey, he was real funny. Ask him who was that doing that? Because he's always having
Uncle Leroy, Uncle Lester on a
Uncle Leroy. Yeah, my Uncle Leroy, man. Shouts out to my Uncle Leroy, man.
He had me dying laughing.
He said he was real comical, had a nigga laughing.
Yeah.
He said, how did that come about? Like, because you had him on one of the albums or something, right?
Yeah, I had him on Collection Plate Part 2. the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. That's a I guess you could say an alter ego. You feel me? You
Yeah.
know, that was always like meant to be comic relief. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never been one of them dudes that take itself too serious. You feel me? So I just I wanted the tape to be I guess you could say entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So I would have Uncle Leroy come in and spit some bars. You feel me? And
Yeah.
he come from Centerville, Texas, man. It's real country out there. It's my T Jones my T Jones family side of the family. You feel me? They from out there. So
Yeah.
that's his whole concept. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down for Centerville and just getting thrown on the track.
That nigga was funny in the head. If y'all gotta check that nigga out, he was funny in the bit.
Yes,
Shout out to Uncle Leroy, goddamn me.
yeah. Shout out to my uncle, man. He a real one.
Hey, so and this is a question that I had picked for somebody because we always ask people to, throughout the week if they got a question they want us to ask. Like, people will shoot different ones. Some of them we pick, some of them we just look over with. And one of them in particular, I asked because I was asked this multiple times. And by you being cool with, both Mike and Camille, how did
Yeah.
you feel about the whole when they had a little issue going on? Like, remember, Camille dropped the whole
Yeah.
mixtape, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Where did you stand? And how did you maintain your loyalty to both of them?
Man, it was crazy at the time, man, because during that time, I had I was actually going to Chameleon Studio a few times during that time because and this was before it came out. But I had jumped on Bootlegger Special and they had I want to say they did the Homer Pimpson thing.
Yeah.
Around that time, but I had jumped on a few mixtapes with them. You know what I'm saying? So I had been going to the lab over there. And I could tell something was kind of brewing because he would always ask me whenever I go over there. He'd be like, "Hey man, why you ain't on them shows whenever we be running into Mike lately, man, on the road. Why you don't be on the road with him? Why you not on the shows?" I was like, hey, it was a solo show for him. I would just keep it real. Like that's what it, but he'd be like, and that's fucked up, man. You should be out there with him, woo, woo, woo. But this was during the time when, what I was just talking about, like, when, first round draft picks that came out. And when shows started coming in, Magno they was going out of time, doing the shows or whatever. Now I wasn't included in the shows. Now, T Ferris would say that, hey, they just wanted Mike. Hey, that was believable. I mean, he was popping. He was really popping at the time. But then I would always wonder why wouldn't, this is all off of the first round draft picks. Why wouldn't they want both of us to come? So I was to the point to where, hey, I guess it is what it is. And so we was going through our little turmoil within the camp. But then at the same time, people be asking like, hey, why you wasn't So this was kind of, it was kind of a funny situation, you know what I'm saying? Because even though we going through this, I didn't, tell Chameleon like, hey, yo, that's fucked up, woo, woo. I would save face, to people on the outside because, you know what I'm saying? I felt like that'd be a sign of weakness to be showing that, what me and my clique or my family is going through. You know what I'm saying? So, I would just, keep shit on the up and up. Like, hey, that was just a solo show for him. Whoop, whoop. But he eventually, you know what I'm saying? I think he used that like, he already had his problems with Mike to begin with. And I think that just made him, probably, I don't know, look at Mike a certain way. So he already had his problems that he didn't like, you know what I'm saying, which he talks about through the whole 3, CDs of it, you feel me? But that right there, it threw me in the cross a little bit with my label, you feel me, with them, because it looked like, okay, during that time that you was going over there, he probably was working on the tape. When I've never seen that. I've never seen him, you know, I never seen him record and all that. I think he did all that in probably 1 week, you know, and I wasn't around for it. But it just looked like, you know, I'm over here with the enemy that just, you know, he just dropped some on you. And he kind of taken up for me in the flows. So it kind of looked like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, if you over there, you know, talking down or whatever, which I wouldn't. And, you know, Chameleon would say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he always would say, or, you know, because I would never give him nothing bad. I would never give him no negativity out of, you know, he'd be like, man, why you ain't know? You just be wanting to know, you know what I'm saying? Because he felt like, hey, our both should be out there, you know what I'm saying? Him coming from a duo himself, I think he was, you know, felt strong about that. So, you know, he would always be like, man, you just so loyal, boy. You can't even say, you like, I would give him nothing bad to go off of, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, him dropping that in his tape, you know what I'm saying? And then it just, I was already going through some turmoil on this end with my clique. So it looking like I'm on some other shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. Which everybody eventually realized it wasn't like that. But initially it had me in the cross, you know what I'm saying, to answer the question. It kind of had me in the cross, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, me and Mike, we go far enough back to where, you know, we was always able to squash any kind of, you know, disagreement or whatever, you know, even if it didn't work out, we would still, you know, not be at, you know, on no plex shit, you feel me? And Chameleon and I, we was still cool, you know what I'm saying? He was still, he ended up getting me on mixtape Messiah 5, as a matter of fact. But I was still glad that they was able to work that out, you know what I'm saying? Because we all came up. I mean, me and Mike came up after him and Paul. You know, we came out a few years after them, but for the most part, everybody kind of came up, you know, at the same time in the game. So I was glad when they was able to resolve their issues with each other, you know what I'm saying? So it's all to the good.
That's hard, bro.
Sure.
Definitely glad they was able to squash that shit, man, because that's it. Because, man, Chameleon ain't one of them niggas that you can just, yeah, you gotta really come with it, bro. Especially when he got, that was, yeah, man. So that was pretty crucial.
I mean, that was a tough one. I ain't gonna lie, I was a tough one. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, because I'm listening to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, you know. But at the same time, you know, Mike really was popping. Mike, he was real hot. So I didn't know, you know, you got skill versus popularity. You know, at that time, it was like, you know, it could go either way type. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, you know, when the other person is popular or probably more popular, you know, some people just say, oh, he just hating. But then you got other people that's gonna look past that and look at these rhymes, these lyrics, like, nah, that boy going. So it was just interesting to see, you know, how that shit would unfold, you know what I'm saying? But I think what helped simmer all that shit down was, you know, Mike getting the deal, you know, or SWISHA getting the deal. Once the deal came, I think that made everybody in H-Time, you know, be like, hey, let's put the plex and the bullshit to the side for the greater good of the city. That's you know what I'm saying? And that kind of worked, you know, and a lot of other little beefs and little spats that boys was having back then. You know what I'm saying? Boys was putting that shit to the side for the greater good of the city, you know, trying to bring some bread through this mud, you know. They're like Pimp was saying with knocking those down, you know. You know, niggas had to get off the crumb shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
For the bread truck, feel me?
Yeah.
Shit, most definitely, man. That's damn. So like that was kind of like going into my next question. But you kind of so was the deal the deal was a SWISHA deal, it wasn't just a Mike Jones deal?
It was a SWISHA deal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When they did the deal Now the thing about it was one of the credentials, or I guess you could say one of the sales stats that they used to get the deal for the most part was first round draft picks, and they held broke loose too. You know, both projects that I was on, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, one would think I should have been a part of the deal, but it didn't work out that way, you know what I'm saying? So what they ended up doing was it was Mike, it was it was for Watts, because they held broke loose as his project. So it was Watts, Mike, Paul Wall, Kuda Bang, and Archie Lee. So that's who that's who the deal was for when they did the Swisha House deal. Shouts out to my boy Kuda Bang, my boy Archie Lee, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boys, man. No cap. Definitely shout out to them. So like, man, Houston got so many rappers, bro. So many fire rappers, not just rappers.
Yeah, so, straight up.
And okay, so outside of your label mates, who was another Houston artist that you like to collaborate with?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, it's a toss up, man, because everybody, for the most part, each time everybody kind of got their own skill set, so it'd be fun, Just like how they say styles make fights. Yeah, styles, on the track, that make songs. You know what I'm saying? So on the cool, man, it's a toss up between anybody in the Swisha House, man. But I will say I had a lot of fun, trading balls with Mike. You know what I'm saying? Because, like people say what they say about him repeating and all that, but on the cool, Mike got some go. You know what I'm saying? Like when we was in high school, Mike used to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like at the lunch table and shit. Like Mike always was, one of them dudes that was flowing and, going hard. And I think our styles just complemented each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I was what they probably would call the lyrical one, but Mike was the gang spitter. So you put them two together, you know what I'm saying? You get a cool you know what I'm saying? Cool little mixture, you feel me? So I used to enjoy when we did our tracks together, you know what I'm saying? It's like we both was bringing something different. Then I enjoyed being on tracks with Chameleon. When I was, the tracks I done with Chameleon, I already knew he was gonna come with it. Like Chameleon's a lyricist for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was somebody I looked up to as far as early in the game, as far as penmanship. So I used to like to get on there with him. 50-50 Twin. That's somebody that's fun to jump on tracks with, because he gonna come with it too. I think he's very underrated. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to lyrical ability, boys out of H-Town that just really coming with some lyricism. 50-50 Twin, man. I gotta get to him. You know what I'm saying? Killer Calion, that's somebody I enjoy being on tracks with. Through Slim, all the tracks that I want to say like 2 or 3 I've been on with Slim. You know what I'm saying? And every time, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, it'd be a good ass song. You know what I'm saying? Like Slim, he just, he got that approach. The way he approached the track. You know what I'm saying? He do his thing, man. My boy Lil Mario. You know what I'm saying? I like collabing with him. You know what I'm saying? I've been on some those songs with him. You feel me? And, Charlie Boy. You know what I'm saying? I can go all day, man.
Man, I'm telling you.
I go all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Flip. But, tracks I've been on with Flip. Flip do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Flip used to, jump on the Swisha House mixtapes with us. You know what I'm saying? Him and my boy Young Red. Shouts out to Young Red, man. Young Red, that's another dude. Man, his pen game is official. Freestyle game official. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I go all day, man. Boy, it's a lot of dudes that I like collabing with. You know what I'm saying? Pow Wow. Gotta get to him. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely shout out to Power Wow.
Yeah, straight up.
Shit, man, that's hard, bro. Swab, you got one?
Shit, we getting ready to get into that trill wheel.
Yeah, that's why I
Shit,
was
before we get into that trill wheel, man, let's fast forward. Magno, shit, what are you active now? What you got going on? Are you working in the studio? You back in the studio? Got some new projects coming out soon? What's up with you?
Yeah, man, I'm still cranking them out, man. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped late last year. I dropped a single called Lit. Then I backdoored with another one called 45 North in the Beltway. You know what I'm saying? Which is the coordinates to my neighborhood, Greens Point. You know what I'm saying? So I came out with that. You know what I'm saying? I just been doing a bunch of features, man. Like sometimes it even be surprising me, man, that be people, hit me up. I'm thinking like, hey, been doing this, 20 years. I mean, I never went mainstream, so I be looking at it like, shoot, I'm just, still grabbing the mic because it's a passion, it's a love. But shoot, man, people be like hitting me up, man, constantly, man, for features, man. I be like, dang, it be some young dudes too. I be tripping out like, how you know about it? But boys, they be like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I need one of them high 16s, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a blessing, man. I'm still doing features. Every once in a while I go out and do shows, you know what I'm saying? A few times last year, me and Mike did a couple of locations together, you know what I'm saying, and did some of them classic first round draft pick songs.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just still doing the thing, man. We actually I guess you could say a few of the SWISHA House alumni. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my boy Big Tiger, Big Pig, Fuda Bang, Fellow. You know what I'm saying? My boy Lil Young. You know what I'm saying? My boy Lil Young just dropped a project. You know what I'm saying? I jumped down on that with him too. So a lot of the SWISHA House alumni, we coming out. We working on a project right now. You know what I'm saying? Working on, I guess you could call it like a compilation. You feel me? So yeah, it's a combination with just a lot of the alumni that's on there. You know what I'm saying? And try to get see what Slim them doing. Slim want to jump down on it. Paul, Chameleon. I'm holler at Mike, see what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to keep pushing the narrative for that Swisher House. You know what I'm saying? We still down here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Still down here, man.
Definitely.
Shouts out to my boy Yellow, man. He waving the flag for the click too, man. So it's all to the good, man. You know what I'm saying? How boy Yellow, what it do?
Hard, bro. That's hard.
New project, new track coming out on his project too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been doing. Just working. Anybody from the clique that's been dropping a project or if they dropping a new project, I jump down on their stuff, drop a couple of singles on my own label, and shoot, just steady pushing, man. I'll probably drop another solo probably later on this year though. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get the itch to drop another project again. My latest one probably is Grind Forever, Volume 2, Vet Mem Strip. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all check that out, man, if y'all haven't. Grind Forever 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what we doing? Grind Forever.
So how do local artists get in touch with you for a future if you want to get that info out on the platform?
For sure. Yeah, man, y'all hit me up. Magno _ you heard. That's MAGNO _ you heard. YAHEARD. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hit me up. That's on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I be on Twitter too, but I mostly be on that gram. I play the gram a little bit more, than I do the Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we've been hearing lately too. Find me on that gram.
Yeah, man. Boys be on that gram, man. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what it do, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, reach out to me on there, man. You know what I'm saying?
So we got this trill wheel, man, that we make all our interviewees go through, man. So it's some tough questions on here that we put together from, the fans and stuff like that. So you ain't got to answer them if you don't want to answer them, but it's definitely called a trill wheel. So we're going to get ready to get this bitch kicked off.
Bet.
Rick, yo, mute mic.
He said my mute mighty. Yeah, yeah, it's just 10 questions, bro. Like, yeah, I like to see like different people, like, because everybody who we pretty much interview, bro, they all got different styles and different takes on stuff, bro. So it just be cool to hear y'all answers on these questions. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it started.
For sure, for sure.
So the first question is, what song that you're the least proud of?
A song I was least proud of?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh no. I can't think of that because that shit, every track I did, man, I enjoyed rapping on, you know what I'm saying? So I guess no answer, man, because every track I did, I had fun on it. I can't say, well, let me think. So I'm gonna try. I don't want to answer too quick. Let me see. Oh shit, man. No telling, man. No telling. There's so many out there, man. So many I did, man. Shit. All of them was hard though, man. All of them was so track, man. I can't really say.
Yeah, shit, that's a good answer too.
Not bad.
Nah, you good. Yeah, that's a good answer. All right, so
That came off the rip.
yeah. Who's in your celebrity threesome?
A celebrity threesome.
Yeah.
Oh shit. God damn. Shit. See, Cash Doll already root you.
Already though. No, for real. Most definitely feel that one. Definitely
Yeah.
one with Cash Dog like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna put the wheel on Magno? Yes, ma'am. All right. So this is the hardest album to ever come out of Houston.
Damn, hardest album.
Yeah.
Dang, man, y'all making it hard, man. Come on now.
Hardest album.
It's the hardest.
The hardest album to ever come out the H, man.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you the album that's a vibe for me, man. It's hard to say the hardest because it depends, like, what you mean by the hardest, like hardest rhymes, hardest, you know what I'm saying? But if we, damn, man.
The hardest
Okay,
album.
let's say hardest rhymes. Hardest rhymes.
Classic.
Hardest rhymes. I'm gonna go with Scarface the Fix. That was like one of the hardest ones to me.
I felt like he was about to say that Scarface out there. I appreciate
The
that. Hey, yeah,
the Fix. Yeah, the Fix, man. So, but then, man, I gotta give an honorable mention to, man, Big Mo City of Sir. That has to be my shit, man.
R.I.P. to Mo.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Big Mo, yo, man. Like that used to be my shit right there, man. Like, put me in a good mood,
for real.
High vibrations, you feel me? You listen to that Big Mo, man, it's high vibrations all day.
That's fact.
For sure. Fucking purple drain. All
right, so the next question is your most embarrassing moment.
I'm trying to think. Well, shit, man. Probably I had took a break on smoking. You know what I'm saying? I had took a break on smoking. So, I'm always been a smoker at heart though. But man, I call myself, you know what I'm saying, trying to hang with them boys, man. After they trying to hang with them niggas, hey, these niggas ain't never took no break. I call myself trying to, you know what I'm saying, cheat with them. shit, had me out of there, man. I was ashamed, bro. I was ashamed because boys knew me for smoking. Hey, they knew me for smoking motherfuckers under the table, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I try to hop back on. You know what I'm saying? And shit, got threw off that motherfucker,
They
man.
looking at you like, damn, what's going on? You can't.
They look at me like, damn, what's going down, man? Like, what's up with you? Like, I nigga, like, they know me. Hey, I was on some Snoop Dogg type shit before I stopped. You feel me?
Right.
So yeah, man, I caught myself jumping back down and shit, embarrassed the hell out of myself, man. I couldn't, shit, I passed out, couldn't even stay up, man.
That boy Mystical said it best.
Man, I swear I was just thinking about that. I getting sleepy and shit. You niggas ain't no smoker. I swear that was going through my head, man. I promise. I was out of there, man. Out of there, man.
This should be a good one right here.
Craziest experience you had during the show.
Craziest experience?
Yeah.
Ooh, shit. Man, there's so many, dog. Shit, man. So many. Well, you know, I'm gonna keep it simple. Like the craziest one, you know what I'm saying, was probably like when me and Mike first started like really getting popping. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a crazy experience in itself to see people saying our lyrics back to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like we coming straight out the hood, straight from the block, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Should I heard
just
y'all
6
was out
months
here in
earlier.
Ohio? Y'all was out here in
You
that
know,
Midwest too?
yeah, real talk, like, man, yo, sure, I went out there and did shows in Cleveland, man. So it's like when we just we had started doing paid shows in 6 months, man. You know what I'm saying? But by the time, you know, it was probably like 3 or 4 months in, maybe a couple of mixtapes in, and we going to do shows, and people is reciting our lyrics with us. Man, that's a crazy experience, man. Because it was like, it was just surreal. You feel me? Like I couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it. You know, we was on stage looking back at each other like, dang, you know, we could just say it. We was like, just our eyes. You know what I'm saying? We was both like, damn, you see this shit? Like,
That's love.
you know
Right
what I'm saying? So that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll never forget that feeling. So that's the craziest right there on the pool.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely hard, bro. All right, let's gonna keep it moving. Like 5.
We got next. What we got for him? Ooh.
Worst experience on the road.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Man, my worst experience on the road was I had at the time I was talking to a female out there. We was in a college town. I want to say it was San Marcos or whatever. But I had a show in Austin. I want to say I had the show Saturday, but I was out there Friday because, you know what I'm saying, I went a day earlier so I could hang with her. So man, it was messed up. My partners, and I usually would rent a car, but for some reason we was in the slab, you know what I'm saying? I brought my old school out there. So we blowing big, chiefing big. I'm talking about coming down 290, I'm talking about tearing it up. So what I ended up doing was I dropped my partners off once we got to Austin, dropped my partners off, and I went and shot, you know what I'm saying, to San Marcos to, you know, meet up with my, you know what I'm saying, my little Fifi. So I'm going out there. It's late night. You feel me? And I had before I had left that day, I had lost a sack. I couldn't find that sack, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had the sack on top of my TV at the time, and my traveling bag was right underneath, right in front of the TV. So I didn't see that. I knew I had that sack on the TV, and I couldn't find it. Man, I'm thinking like, man, like where the fuck is this sack? I looked all over. It never dawned on me that the motherfucker dropped in the bag. So I'm looking for this sack. I couldn't find the sack. So whatever, I say, man, I'll find that shit when I come back in time. Whatever. I packed everything up, boom, put it in my car. So after I dropped everybody off, it's late. You know what I'm saying? It's probably like after 11 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in this college time, and it's old school. You know what I'm saying? My shit is like a 77 deuce in the quarter. So I'm in this old school, you know what I'm saying? Standing out like a sore thumb. Now that I look back, you feel me? So I'm crawling, it's late. Man, I had did a rolling stop. That's what the motherfucker said I did. I did a rolling stop. I didn't stop all the way.
Right.
Man, motherfucking law was ducked off in the woods, like ducked off in the trees from where I was going. So the motherfucking lights just came out of nowhere, scared me. So I got to the stop sign. From what I felt, I did a real stop. But hey, there's no hill or there. But I kept going. Motherfucker hit them lights on me. I didn't see where the motherfucker came from or nothing. So boom, pulled me over. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, another cruiser came. You know when they send two cruisers for you, you're going down, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going down. If you got something, you're going down. So, the law man asked me, he said, hey, is anything in here? So I'm like, shit, hey, all the weed we had, we smoked that up. You know what I'm saying? We smoked that up. That's gone. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I fucked up is I ain't had that BAM spray. You know what I'm saying? They be selling over in H-Town, either that DAM or that BAM. I didn't have that spray on. I usually would hit that shit and boom, be straight. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't had that shit on. I was moving fast. I was high. I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get to my destination. So, law man say, hey, I smell weed. Where's the weed? I'm like, oh, that's long gone. That's, I ain't even bullshit him. Hey, that shit gone. You know what I'm saying? So he say, you don't mind me searching? I'm like, man, search this motherfucker. I don't care. Because in my head, that shit's out of there. It's done. You know what I'm saying? We had already smoked all that shit up. Whatever was left, I let them take it because I knew I was going somewhere where it was going to be hot. So, goddamn, boy, the law man said, okay, well, we finna look. So they got to looking around. So they didn't find nothing. So I said, okay, well, I should be able to go. They said, nah, we're gonna have the dog come. You mind if the dog search? You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, well, damn, you ain't find shit. I'm like, man, fuck it, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew they was gonna do it anyway. That should be trick question. Can he search? Man, whatever, man. Search that shit so I can go, man. So they went on and let the dog, man, I'm mad because this motherfucker jumping all across my seats. This nigga jumping from the front seat to the back seat, front seat to the back seat. But he giving them a signal though. Yeah. So he ended up giving them a signal on my bag. They pull my bag out, go through my shit. I'm like, what are you going through that? Pulling my clothes out and shit. The motherfucker pulled out that motherfucking meat sack that I had lost. Pulled that hoe out and boom, cuffed my dumb ass up. Took me smooth to the jailhouse. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for me getting out on a PR bond, shit, I would have missed my damn show, which was a paid show.
That's what I was about to ask. Did you make the show?
I was able to make the show because I got out on a PR bond. So
Dang.
that was the only thing that was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, God bless, like God looked out. Cause I ain't know shit about a PR bond at the time. I'm thinking I'm just finna be in this hole. I'm thinking I'm out here. hey, they ain't finna give me no PR bun out here. I thought I was some H-Time shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm in a whole nother time, man. They ain't finna do no PR bun. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I was lucky. They was like, oh, yeah, you can move around, you PR bun. You know what I'm saying? I signed up for that shit and got the fuck on.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
Paid
right.
that little tab. But yeah, that was the worst because, man, I was in there. That flow was motherfucking dirty. Motherfuckers was in there. You know, it was a college time. They ain't there throwing up on themselves and shit. I'm like, man, fuck out of here, man. Fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? But just getting jammed up, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like it was the worst because it was like I could have avoided that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I kicked myself like a motherfucker, man. That was the sack that I had lost earlier that day, man. I could not find that motherfucking sack. Shit, they sure did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He said they sure found that motherfucker.
Yeah, they found the fuck out there on shit. It is what it is, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn, I'm just knowing I'm finna miss the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm just knowing I'm finna miss. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I played myself on that shit, man. I should have looked in the damn bag. Shit, them motherfucker did. Goddamn Fido, that damn dog. Shit,
Yeah.
that motherfucker. That's who fucked me in the game. That boy Fido.
Yeah,
Damn.
Fido and shit.
Yeah, they found the fuck out that hole. That nigga found that shit. He kept jumping front seat, back seat. I'm like, what are he doing? They was like, yo, we got a hit. Like, what the hell you mean you got a hit? And they pull that bag out. Shit.
Right.
Yeah. They was like, you got the right to remain silent. I said, God damn it.
So which NFL player would you compare your rap career to and why?
What to say, man? Shit, man. Trying to think, what's that? Shit. It's my boy, what's my boy? Let's be wide receiver for the Vikings, man. Randy Moss. Yeah, I say Randy Moss, man, because in this game I had to run the routes, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to run the routes, man. You know what I'm saying? All through the streets.
That's hard.
All through the different hoods, man. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to wide receive these paychecks, man, and it's bread. But I had to run them routes, man. Real talk.
That's hard to know.
It's
Rick, where our next question at, buddy? What we gonna get to? Oh. Yeah, this gonna be tough for him. What is it? Build a 5-man all-star rap team of Houston artists.
Okay. Shit. Well, I'm gonna put Scarface at the center, you know what I'm saying? He, that's the OG, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yo, put got Slim, put Slim Thug, man, power forward, you feel me? Shit. Shit. Gotta put the young Don in there, Kiki. You know what I'm saying? Guess put him on the wing. Shit. Could be dead or alive.
Yep.
Yeah, man, we gotta put Big Moyo, man. You know what I'm saying? Mo gonna come with the hooks. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. So what's that so far? That's what.
So
That's
you got
about 4.
one more.
Shoot. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I be switching up, man. Be a lot of so many people, man. They go hard. Shoot, man. Man, let's just put old Fat Pat in there, man.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Put Fat Pat in there, man.
Yes,
That boy Fat Patrick.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? When the boys I grew up listening to, man, it's
Trump's be popping.
yeah. See,
ooh-wee.
whenever somebody asks me for my 5, I mostly give the 5 that I be jamming to, though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If I could have did a group, I would have put Street Military in there too, man. You
Man.
know,
Humility.
little Street Military. Feel me?
All right,
Yep.
it's a bar for bar. Who you picking in the battle, Zero or Bun B?
Dang, that's a good one. Cause shoot, we already know Bun the lyrical monster, but Zero is too. And I'm gonna give it to Bun. I think Bun will just probably edge him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We go with the OG Bun, but don't sleep on Roe. I ain't gonna lie, man. Shoot,
Yeah,
it was the best out of 5. I couldn't tell you.
real shit.
That's hard.
Yeah, don't sleep on
You
Roe.
gave me an idea for my name. I'll make sure I remember that. The best for you, I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, straight up.
All right, this is the last one.
Yeah, best out of 5. I gotta remember. If you could redo one thing in your career, what would it be?
That's a good one. Mm. Mm. Man, it's hard to say. We do one thing. Man, it's hard to say because everything I did, I kind of was either forced to do it or I had to do it to survive in the game. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'll say? I would have been more outgoing as far as like you know, at early because I ended up doing it later. But I wish I was more outgoing early in my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I guess as far as like you know, networking wise. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was better at networking, you know, early in my career. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I could
Reaching
have,
out and stuff like
yeah, I could have reached out. Yeah, I could reached out to more people and fuck with people more. You know what I'm saying? I kind of was just like, you know, just fucking with the clique. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I would have been more, you know, reaching out and you know, more better with the networking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
understandable.
Yes,
Yeah.
Most definitely understandable. Most definitely.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
we kind of like to close the show out with these last 2 questions, and it's and it kind of puts you on the spot a little bit, outside of the that is my shit. I don't know why. But it's really just about, one of the questions is we want to ask you who's in your current top 5 right now. It don't matter what era, what generation, what genre, whatever it is. Out of Houston artists right now, who's in your top 5 on your playlist? And somebody you always listening to.
Okay. For my playlist, man, I would say, because I listen to a lot of the old SWISHA mixtapes. So I would just say the original Swisha highs. So I like to listen to, you know, Big Tiger, Big Pig, Lil Mario, Lester Roy, Archie Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all them boys, man. Slim, Paul, Camille. You know what I'm saying? So I like to listen to, let's just say, Swisha Highs mixtape. You know what I'm saying? And then I like listening to Big Mo. You know what I'm saying? I listen to Big Mo. Uh, let's just say SUC. 'Cause I jam that. You know, that's all one thing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
And then I listen to a lot of my old No Limit tapes. You know what I'm saying? Like old No Limit albums that I used to jam back in the game. Like, you know, Scene, Mac, you know, C Murder, Silver Shock or Mystical. You know what I'm saying? I be jamming that. Then I get into my West Coast shit to where I like to, you know, listen to Snoop Dogg, you know, East Siders, Death Row, you know, all the old stuff from back then.
Right.
Then shit. What else on my personal time shit? You know, I listen to some of them boys from the A. Like I fuck with that boy Pee Wee Longway. I like his shit. You know what I'm saying? Boy dope. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Future, you know, that era. And then shoot, lastly I say I fuck with them, you know, I be jamming, you know, old DJ Clue tapes. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
You know, Jada Kiss and all them boys, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, them old Clue tapes be rocking, you feel me? So
For sure.
They definitely
yeah,
do, man.
that's so I'm shoot, that's really in a nutshell. I be jamming boys in groups, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a whole playlist, you know what I'm saying? West Coast, East Coast, shoot, some of my straight H-Time shit, and then, you know, the boys from the boot.
So
Yeah.
a little bit of everybody, goddamn.
Little bit of everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know, that's what music all about, man. You know, checking everybody shit out that, you know, bringing something new to the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's hard. That's definitely hard. All right, and then, you know, and the question that we like to close out with is your Mount Rushmore of Houston. Now, really, we call it the Mount Rushmore, but because it's four people. But we know
Yeah.
it's technically the pioneers. Without these people, they
Right.
influence, they music, they pull whatever it is in Houston. Who are the four people that without them, Houston rap in the same period wouldn't be what it was today?
Shoot, man, I'm gonna go first with Jay Prince, man.
That's hard.
Jay Prince,
Most definitely.
DJ Screw, Michael 5,000 watts. Then shoot, man, the last one's kind of tough with them. Like
Yeah, that
that's
last
the
one.
main three. You feel me? Uh, yeah, man. You can throw OG Ron C in there too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's he kind of there with Watts, but OG keeping it going. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
You know, he doing shit with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, you got Drake. You know, recognizing H-Time, so I gotta give it to him for keeping it going. You know, preserving the culture for
That's hard.
Screw and Watts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, he definitely set the tone. So
Shit. That's for shit so hard. OG Ron C, that shit fit good in my
yeah,
category. Cause yeah,
That's
I
oh
heard
yeah,
I heard a few shout outs Dre put out there. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Should we fuck with Drake? So you know what I'm saying? And you know, Drake be hollering at him with screwing chopper shit. So you know, that's pushing the culture forward, man. Got to get to him. Real tough.
that's hard, bro. Like, like we mentioned earlier, man. I want to tell you again, man. Appreciate you for coming out and fucking with us, rocking with us, man. You know, giving us a glimpse of your life from the inside. You know what I'm saying, and just keeping us on game about what you got going on right now. You know what I'm saying, and what you had going on. We appreciate you, bro, for taking your time out. and you know we want to be up to date on everything you're doing, man. So that you got my number. That I'm the one you was texting, or I sent you the link.
Oh, okay.
So
Already.
just feel free
So,
to shoot us your music whenever you can. So we also play music on the show. So whenever you drop,
okay.
let us know so we can definitely have it in rotation. And before I go, I want to ask you: is any of the music back then copyrighted because they want us to play songs, but Facebook is trying to shut us down if we play copyrighted songs?
Man, SWISHA House probably copyrighted a lot of them, and then I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes them instrumentals be having the copyright on it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that be the thing with the freestyles, and then the songs maybe SWISHA House, have it copyrighted, but
That's what we feel.
Sometimes you can get away with it though. I don't know about Facebook. I know YouTube. They don't be tripping like that.
Facebook be on our ass, man. So we didn't want to chance. But, man, y'all make sure y'all go pull up. Y'all go pull up and jam that new Magno, man. Hey, what was the single? What was the last single you got going on now?
Lit, and then 45 North in the Beltway.
45 in the Beltway.
No,
y'all go make sure
pull up.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all go definitely download that, man. Put that on y'all playlist and go back and listen to some of that old shit, man. We hey, like you say, he's still in the game, man. So this shit ain't even over, bro. So if you new to him, go all the way back and start up so you can catch up, so you'll know why this man who he is, man. No
oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we definitely appreciate it, man. We look forward to doing another one, which like whenever you want to come back, bro, we be hosting versus battles on the show sometime, man. We'd like to have you come back one day as a judge, bros. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that work.
Having people in the game, and they're gonna definitely bring their hardest shit out, man. So we're definitely for sure. Lock it. So yeah, man, there y'all go. We got another one.
Hey, let's salute to you, Magno.
Salute to y'all, man. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for having me, man.
Most definitely. We'll definitely be in contact moving forward, bro. So just know you're gonna definitely be hearing from us for sure.
That's a bet, man. I appreciate y'all again. Thank you.
For sure.
All right.
And we out.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all once again tuning in, doing the thing, man. Showing Magno some love, showing H-Town some love, man. Respecting these legends how they supposed to be respected, man. Y'all know, man. Tune in next week. We got some crazy shit going on. I know for sure we got AV the Great coming up next week.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's huge for our city. You know what I'm saying? And we got Smooth Vega. We got Kurt McGirt.
Oh yeah.
We got the young nigga OMG Sean coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got Cottonmouth coming up. Say, man, we just keep on. We got Quint Black. I know y'all remember Quint Black. Shake them haters off.
Shake them haters off.
We got Quint Black coming through. We got classic music coming through, man. We got some crazy ones, man. Like, I don't really want to say too much right now, but y'all keep paying attention to that list as we get them on. I'm gonna update that list, so y'all make sure y'all keep tuning in, fucking with us. For the gamers, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We got gaming on here, this bitch all day. So if you in the Madden tournament, if you're doing the 2K, you're doing the GTA, make sure you tap in with Damu, Cleveland. Make sure you tap in with Jason Rowdy. You know what I'm saying? Get in this motherfucking, get in this goddamn game and shit. You know what I'm saying? Holla at my nigga Buck. He be fucking with the game and shit too. So tomorrow, all day Sunday, that's where we on, man. So if you trying to bet or if you just trying to pray for the free, make sure to tap in with one of my niggas, man, so we can put you on stream, getting your head beat in. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, we gonna fuck with y'all. Yeah, salute. Another great one for shit show. We appreciate y'all for shit show, my nigga. We finna get the fuck up out of here. I gotta talk behind the scene, man. Hey, look, I know I ain't supposed to say nothing because it's too early, but I gotta say it because fuck it. Swab dropping this motherfucking album next month. Oh no, we ain't in April yet. In May, so y'all be looking out for that new goddamn OG Swab the Boss.
You already know it.
Features is already locked in, so don't ask. But hey, that has go, bro. Listen, bro, I be wanting to play snippets sometime, bro, but I ain't really good with secrets like that. Cause once I play it and somebody asks me, next thing you know, I didn't drop that motherfucker for you fucking ourselves off. So I just keep it in the car. I might drop a couple of snippets of the track list so y'all can see the names. But then, we got, man, should I say? We got another man, bro.
Nah. That's too early.
I'm gonna hold this next one, but we just know HR is coming with bro, we finna be back to back with the bangers, bro. From
Fire.
the music to the interviews to the sports to the gaming, man. We finna have everything.
Oh, we in this
Headlock,
bitch
you hear me?
like Buck Baby.
Yeah, you hear me? Nah,
You know
for
what
real.
I'm saying?
Fucking right. Hey, man, big salute, man. Y'all know our motto, man. Keep God first, take care of your people, man. We gonna fuck with y'all.
Yes, sir.